Hi, everyone. My name's TJ DeWitt. I work at Bristol Public Library, and I was going to show you one of our really nice resources, actually a couple of them, that you can access online. Uh, we have the online edition of Bristol Herald Courier and Black Life in America, which are both hosted by Newsbank. And today I'm going to show you where you can access them, how you can get to them, how you can browse the papers or search for certain things in both the resources. So first of all, both of them can be accessed from our webpage. If you are actually in the library, it will just come up. If you're at home, it's going to ask for your library card, but it is free to use. On our front page, if you want to go to Bristol Herald Courier, you can just scroll down to the button here. But both resources can be found in the genealogy section. So if you go to departments, down to genealogy, scroll down, the Bristol Herald Courier is here. A little further down, you see Black Life in America. I'm going to start with Bristol Herald Courier and show you that database, and then I'll give you a rundown on Black Life in America. So when you click on the Bristol Herald Courier collection, it actually has three different sections. This first one here, you can see the format is text. The second one is images, and the last one is the blog. You can see that for the dates, the text version goes back to 2007, and the image version goes to 2018. Now, the text version, I'm going to start there. It is the different articles posted as text. And today is February 15th, and you can see that we have February 15th article here. I'm first going to show you how to browse the paper. So I'm going to click on the 15th. And you can see it lists all the articles that are in today's edition. It organizes them by sections. So you can see there's 19 in news, and it does it alphabetically. Obituaries, sports, that sort of thing. So if you look at one of these articles here, you can see that what it is it's a transcript of the article. It's been transcribed to the text here. I'm going to show you a few of the tools that you can use on here. You can change the text size with this button. You can go larger or smaller. You can cite your source. So if you're doing research, you can just go ahead and pick a citation, and you can just copy and paste it into your paper. You can save the article in different ways. You can either email it to yourself, or you can download it, print it, and save to your folder. What you can do is you can sign up for an account with Newsbank. It's free, but that way you can just clip all your articles together in Newsbank. You can also send a link, copy the link and send that. Just be aware, though, that if you send the link to someone, it will give them, they can only access it if they have a library card. So if you're sharing with people across the country, you might want to download or email it to them. Okay. You can have the article read aloud with this.
Atsu hires vital to coach men's soccer. East Tennessee State announced on Monday the hiring of Alan Vital.
And you can go from article to article. Up here, we can go to the next article or the previous one. I'm going to go back to the issues. You can see that you can access it all the way back through 2007. If I go all dates, you can see all of them here. In just a moment, I'm going to show you how to do the searches. But I did want to show you the other collection of the Bristol Herald Courier, and that's the image collection. So I'm just going to go back. So we were looking at the text edition. Now I'm going to use this second one, which is the image collection. What this is, it's basically the images that you would have if you had a print copy. So now that the Bristol Herald Courier is down to 3 times a week, you'll see that there are 3 issues each week. Again, today is the 15th, and I have the 15th issue right here. If I click on it, you'll see that it will give image of the physical paper here. But it has been indexed, the text has been recorded, so you can search for text in this issue. Navigation's a little different on this page. You can use the thumbnails to go from page to page. Or you can use the tools up here. You can have previous page, next page, and you can select from a drop-down which page you want. You can zoom in or zoom out. You can see the whole page at once. Many of the same tools are that we looked at the text version or in this image version. So you can cite, email, print, download, save to your folders, copy the link. But there are a couple other tools on here. You can search within this page or within this issue. If you knew, for example, you were looking for obituaries, you could search for obituaries in this issue and it would take you to the correct page. You can get info. This basically just tells you where you are. And then there's this clip tool. The clip tool is kind of like making a scrapbook that you can select a clip to download or print. So let's just say that we were interested in this Healing Hands delivers the cupcakes. I could select the box there, select the entire article with the picture. That's probably good enough. And then I can either print it or download PDF or save to Google Drive. I'm going to say download PDF. Download. Takes just a minute to download the clip. When I open it up, You can see there it is. Nice copy, along with what issue it is and what page it's from. So that's kind of neat to do. Now, I'm going to spend a minute showing some searches and showing some search tips. Newsbank has a very nice, handy search tips paper, which I'm going to put in the links down at the YouTube channel. So just scroll down and you'll be able to link to it and get it for yourself. But these search tips, you can see, will give great examples of how you can use your searches to make very complicated searches to find what you're wanting. So again, I encourage you to go download that, but let's do a few searches here. Okay, go back. So here's where you can search. I'm going to say that I want to look back at all the different major programs that got into the newspaper and Bristol Herald Courier. I want to just see what we've done over the few years. So I'm going to put in Bristol Public Library. Well, you can see that I have over 4,000 results. And if you think about it, I search for Bristol or public or library. So since this is the Bristol Herald Courier, it will probably be, Bristol will be in almost every single article. Same for public, that's a common word, and same for library. So the first thing I would do to limit my search is to add some quotation marks around. By putting quotation marks around it, I am searching for the phrase Bristol Public Library. When I do a search, you can see that narrowed it down. I'm at about 2,000 results, but that's still not very good. Bristol Public Library hosts a lot of meeting rooms, and a lot of people use the library. It's mentioned in a lot of articles and that's not exactly what I was searching for. I wanted to search for Bristol Public Library as the programming we have done. So we're going to start doing a few of the advanced searches. Now, this will allow us to add Boolean operators and or not. So, and I might want to say I'm looking for programs. So I might say program, or maybe I'll say event. We want either program or event in this search. That didn't really narrow it down at all. Programs and events are also common words, so that didn't help us. You can do it you can select by date, all text, lead first paragraph. Since I'm looking for major events at the Bristol Public Library, I'm probably safe to look up that we want Bristol Public Library in the lead or the first paragraph of the article. And I'm going to add another thing. You can search, there's some proximity searches you can do. You can look for words that are either near each other or adjacent, and they do about the same thing. You tell it how many words you want close to it, and then it will search them both. The difference is near it could be in either order. So if I search Bristol near library, it could do library Bristol or Bristol library. Adjacent just does it in order, and that's what I want here. I'm thinking that sometimes Bristol Public Library, especially on the headline, that may not have the word public in it. So make sure I'm covering everything. I'm going to do Bristol adjacent within 2 words of library. So this will get me Bristol Public Library, Bristol Library, and some other things like maybe Bristol and Library, a few other things I'm not caring about, but it should get us both Bristol Library and Bristol Public Library. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and search and see how that does. A lot better. You can see now we're down to 199 results. I can see this first one is actually an obituary, which is not exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm going to add another part to my search. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to add a not, because I don't want to search obituaries. So I'm saying not in the section obituaries. So now my search should look for Bristol Public Library in the lead, first paragraph, but not in the obituaries section. So now we're at 180 results. And if I look down here, we're talking about the atrium sign, the Nevermore Book Club, an exhibit that Bristol Historical Association gave, and so on and so on. So these are the articles I'm looking for. So I'm going to go into one of these articles for just a moment. You can see this one doesn't have much here, but you can search them. And again, you can save them just like we did. Okay, I'm going to go back to results because I want to show you another neat thing you can do. You can either save the search here, so you can search it again, or you can actually create an alert. So this will allow you to get emails whenever your search term comes up in the future. So you can put your email in here, and you can select how frequently you want to be notified, 4 times a day, once a week. And that way, if there's any new Bristol Public Library results that come up, it will email me and let me know. Okay, well, that's the Bristol Herald Courier collection. I want to show you the difference between that and Black Life in America. Now, Black Life in America is also run by Newsbank, so a lot of the things like the search tips are all the same. But what this does, instead of searching just one paper, it searches a lot of papers, I think over 400 papers, on subjects that have to do with Black life in America. You can see on the front page, they go ahead and list different topics, and they break it into different eras. So if I go to, say, civil rights movement, you can see it gives me different sections there. So if we go to notable people, they'll show a lot of famous people that it suggests us to look up. And then if you click on one of those, let's do Rosa Parks here. You can show it gives you all the different articles that they would suggest you looking if you were searching Rosa Parks. Now, again, we can filter the dates. This one's going from December 5th through December 9th, 1955. We can expand the date if we want to. We can also look at different sources in different locations. So, for example, we might see how it was reported in Alabama versus New York. There'd probably be some differences in the articles there. Like before, if you find articles you want, you can either print, email, download. If you want to select lots of articles at one time to download or to email, you can just click the boxes and then you can do it all at once. Again, you can create an alert if anything new comes up. You can save your search and do it that way. Well, this has been a brief overview of a couple of our online research tools. I encourage you to look at these and look at some of the others. On the genealogy page, there's a few more newspapers on there. There's different ways of doing research. And we hope that this has been informative to you, and we hope that you make good use of it. Thank you for joining me.